Hey y'all, it's Rip One Outdoors. Hey, we're gonna let it all hang out because we got a run to make. We got to run to Walgreens. Before we get took off too far, hey, let's roll that intro and then we'll take off. All right, yeah, as we said, we got a run to make. What are we riding today? Y'all know we're gonna ride that trike, the Tk1 trike. And why are we riding it? We're riding it because we like to ride it. I got a shed full of bikes there, but I'd just rather pick this one. It's very comfortable. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with it. I mean, this is not a review. This is a fun ride, y'all. But I just like to ride it. I really do. I just met up with the trash man there a while ago. He said, well, that's a nice looking trike. Well, I call him the trash man. They're the sanitation engineers is what they are. People come pick up our garbage out in the county here. He said, that looks like a nice trike. I said, it is. He said, where are you going, down the end of the road? I said, no, I'm going to Walgreens. It's a 10-mile round trip. He said, you gonna do that on your lunch break? Because he know I work from home. I said, I surely am. So yeah, we just gonna ease on down. It's kind of dark today. No sunlight. I like to make my videos on a blue sunny day, but you know what? In the wintertime, we take whatever we can get. Anything above 50 degrees is, yeah, that'll get me outdoors. I started to do a little bit of work around the yard there with the tractor, but Susan told me, said, I got a prescription at Walgreens, said you run up there this evening. I said, I just soon run on up there now. Yeah, we'll just soon run on up there now and get it done. And take the trike. So we're cruising along this 13.2 mile per hour. That's okay. Got my little bell. We can't ride by these horses. Well, about there, Big Red, come look. Come see. Ain't that a pretty thing, y'all? Fat as a butterball. You see a little donkey over there in the corner. You know, he kind of friendlied up to me a little bit. Come, Red. Come on. Come, Red. He's probably wondering what kind of horse this is I'm riding here. How you doing, huh? How you doing? Ain't that thing pretty? Just as gentle as can be. I always like to pay attention to the horses when I come by. In fact, there comes the owner now. I just petting him. Yeah, I'd like to stay around the owner. He was talking to somebody on the phone. I'd like to stay around and talk to him a minute, but I don't have a whole lot of time today, so I'll get on the road. I don't usually copy things that I hear other, you know, YouTubers say and things like that. I don't really get into that, trying to model my channel but sometimes somebody will say something and it would remind me of things. I was watching old Lance out there in California, the ride with Lance. I'll put his link down there, just because I'm gonna use his name, I'll give him a shout out, and I'll put his channel down there in the description there. There you go, Lance. But yeah, I heard him say the other day that he felt like he was forgetting something. He's getting taken off on a ride. He said, you know, I just feel like I'm forgetting something. I told somebody this morning that, I tell you, my forgetter works really good these days. That reminds me of my daddy. You know, we used to go off with my daddy. we'd take off, go fishing. Daddy had an old speed haul kind of boat. He'd pull it behind his car, truck, whatever he had. He'd load us young'uns up in it. Never too cold, never too hot. It didn't matter. That was another one of them things I guess Mama always said, Preston, I think you're trying to kill them boys. Because he'd take us off in any kind of weather, hunting, fishing. A lot of time he'd take us off fishing. We'd get down the road down there somewhere. Of course, we tried to help Daddy keep up with what all we had to take with us, you know. The main thing, you go thinking about what all you take fishing. Well, you take bait, you take your tackle boxes, you take your rod and reels. Daddy get down the road, got these gloves on. I can't snap my fingers, but Daddy had snapped his fingers and he'd say, boys, I feel like, he said, I feel like we're forgetting something. So we go thinking about, well, what is it that we might have forgotten? Well, we got the bait, we got the tackle boxes, we got our lunch. We always carried some kind of lunch, you know, a bunch of boys gonna eat some drinks. We iced down some drinks. So we thought we'd pretty much have everything. We'd get down there to the boat dock where we launched the boat at. And Daddy said, boys, where's the gas tank? We drove all the way down there without no gas tank. Just lucky we go there to La France's fish camp and they had rental boats and all that. Well, the man would rent Daddy a gas tank. So we had gas to get out and go fishing. One day we forgot our anchor. And without an anchor, you got to tie up somewhere. Well, you know, if you're tied up somewhere, then you're probably not going to be in the hole that you want to be in. Don't want to argue with them boys over the road. Nah, I know all them boys. But yeah, Daddy say, boys, all we can do is tie up here to this bridge or tie up here. One day we went out there and we tied up to the neighbor's boat. He was down there fishing. He said, just tie up here to the back of the boat, let your boat drift back. I always felt like he was forgetting something. One day we loaded up, and Daddy said, boys, let's make sure we got everything. A lot of times we would, Daddy would go buy some shrimp to boil. You know, we boil shrimp a lot. You know, y'all saw that during the summer. We was going down there and buying shrimp and boiling them. We boil crawfish a lot, things like that. Well, a lot of times Daddy would buy shrimp to boil. He might buy 10 pounds. And he'd go through there and pick all the little ones out. And he said, boys, this is going to be fish bait. And he would wrap it up in, back then they didn't have no Ziploc bags. There wasn't no such thing as a Ziploc bag. So he'd wrap them up in like freezer paper or something or another, like you'd wrap meat in, butcher paper. We wrapped up some shrimp. I don't remember if we wrote shrimp on there or not, but we went out there fishing one time. Daddy said, boys, we got everything? Yeah, me and Joey and them. I said, oh yeah, we got everything, Daddy. We got down there, they told us, they said, boys, the fish is tearing it up out there at Big Gracie. Big Gracie, little island out there off of, not far from, you know, Bay St. Louis and all where we go down there, not far out. But Daddy say, boys, it's gonna be a good day. We're gonna catch some fish today. They said they tearing them up out there at Big Gracie. Well, we put the boat in, we run out. We left the shoreline. It's about a couple miles out there to Big Gracie. I don't even think Big Gracie probably exists today. If it does, I mean, all them hurricanes down there probably blew it away. We got out there that day and Daddy said, boys, some of y'all reaching that ice chest and y'all get the shrimp out of there. We just had market shrimp. We'd use them shad rig and stuff like that, double rig, shad rig. I was gonna show y'all the pond here. Y'all remember the pond here? Y'all remember the other day I took the bike and went right down that hill right there and we rode right across there. Look, you won't do it today, right? Remember I told y'all we had that 4-inch rain? Yep. I wouldn't be riding around that bank over there by the Minna either because all that's underwater right now. So Daddy told me or Joyce, boys, y'all reach back there in that ice chest and pull that bag out of there. Said I got some shrimp in there. Oh Lord, I laugh to think about it. I don't know what year this was. Probably back in maybe early 70s, something like that. We pulled that pack out of there. Now, as I told you, we hunted and we fished and we done all kind of things. We killed squirrels, and a lot of times, you know, we'd kill a mess of squirrels and Mama'd say, y'all killed maybe the bag limit or whatever. I mean, back then, I don't think it was a bag limit of squirrels. But we kill up a mess of squirrels, and if we wasn't gonna eat them all at one time, Mama would take that same butcher paper and she'd wrap them squirrels in that butcher paper. We do the same thing with a rabbit. We might go off hunting rabbits. Now, we headlighted rabbit. Yeah, am I talking above your head on headlighting them rabbits? Now, we didn't even know it was against the law back then. If it was, I guess we figured it didn't pertain to us right there on that little hill there we live on. But we'd slip out in the edge of the woods there, we'd get us a rabbit. We consumed them rabbits. We didn't just kill them just to be killing them. That was our food. Well, we got out there at Big Grassy that day, and Daddy said, boys, pull that pack of shrimp out of there. I think y'all, if y'all hadn't figured it out by now, you're probably right on the verge of figuring it out. There was a frozen rabbit in that freezer paper. We had left the shrimp. The shrimp was a little further down in the deep freeze, and we had left it in there. We grabbed that rabbit. So we got out there, and Daddy said, oh, boys, what in the world are we gonna do now? We didn't have no bait. So we throwed artificial. You know, there's just sometimes they just won't hit artificial. Out there, they wouldn't. We throwed everything we had in our tackle box. We finally seen a boat, a shrimp boat out there. And Daddy said, boys, y'all hang on. We fixing to ride out there and see if we can get some fellas to sell us some shrimp. Sure enough, we did. We rode out there and we pulled along beside the boat, and he throwed us a whole shovel full of shrimp over in the box there, and we come back and we fished. But yeah, always thinking there's something we might forget, you know. But thank you, Lance, for reminding me of that. Old times, you know, old stories. Daddy, stories about doing things with Daddy. Always thinking we're forgetting something. I'm still the same way. Sometime I'll go to take off. Let me tell you this. Go down to Bay St. Louis quite a bit. If I could show y'all now what I have, I've got it's a pistol case that you keep a couple of pistols in, and that's what I keep my camera equipment in. And everything that I need for shooting videos is in that box. Now, I haven't been doing that all this time. I've only been doing that for about the last month, I'd say. The reason why is because, well, I'll tell you when it was. When I got the Mooncool, the MC3, I was going to do the initial, let's see, no, it was a second ride for it. I was going to do it down at Bay St. Louis. And I took off, and I got down there, and I had left my Telson neck strap at home. And then I didn't have no other way to anchor a GoPro to a handle. Of course, I don't like GoPro mounted to a handlebar anyway. I don't like it mounted to my helmet or anything like that. So, you know what I just did? I just turned around and come on back home. That's what I did. And, you know, I mean, I couldn't be mad at nobody but myself. That's probably the third time that I did that. Go off somewhere, planning on doing a ride and, you know, and bike review or do a video, just a fun ride or whatever, and get down there and realize that I left my microphones at home, my DJI mic, or either I left a camera at home. Y'all, this is such a pleasant ride. I'm just glad it ain't raining. Now, it's raining north here, up around Hattiesburg. I looked on the radar before I come. I don't see anything in our area, though. But if I get off over here and it starts raining on me, I'll call Susan and tell her to come fetch me. Come fetch me, baby. Come get me in this bike. Yeah, we're on that smooth asphalt now. This thing rides good, y'all. I'll bump it up a little bit. Give us a little bit more mile per hour here. That's 15. That's good. I'm gonna try to do 15 as long as I'm up here and about the city limits. Smooth ride. If we need to stop, we got the good hydraulic brakes. It'll stop good. Y'all seen on that other video I did the other day when I come up here to, what was I doing? I went to the ATM on the MC3 and then Pistoleros passed. Them guys on them motorcycles. Well, I did a little bit of investigation, trying to figure out who them guys was. They are a social motorbike group or a motorbike rider social club made up of law enforcement officers. So hats off to the Pistoleros, law enforcement officers. I didn't know that. Seem like nice enough guys when they pass me. Seem like it's getting colder. I got my gloves on. That's another thing that Lance told me about. He told me about these gloves that you can get that can, you can bring up your cell phone and you can flip your cell phone with. Thank you, Lance, for that. That's a good tip. Maybe if I can figure out where I got them from, I think I got them on Amazon. I'll put a link to them things down there. I got my turn signal here. I'm fixing to flip my turn signal. We're gonna go through Walmart like we normally do. Turn signal's on. Let's go through the front of Walmart this time. Bump down the pedal assist forward. Heard Greg Robinson said he got a rad, I believe that was. Wasn't it, Greg? A rad trike. Good for you, Greg. Glad for you, man. I hope you enjoy that thing. This thing really interests people, especially the older crowd. You know, they look at that thing. Look at him. He's riding along there with the traffic, you know. Looks like we're gonna be first in line at the stop sign. That dude yonder run that red light, y'all. I'm gonna look back on the film and I'm gonna check that, but I believe that dude run that red light. Yeah, y'all see how dark it's looking? It's not good for the video, but you know, you can see where we're going. This is a trip I've had y'all on many times before, going to Walgreens. But I'll tell you this, that y'all are gonna start seeing me using this trike more and more. I can guarantee you that, because it's just a blessing to have it. And it's so much fun to ride. You know what I like? You don't even have to put your feet down. How about that? See that hawk sitting yonder on that limb, ma'am? See that hawk sitting on that pine tree limb?
Yes.
He's a big one.
I didn't even see him, but
Yeah.
I don't like them. They kill my chickens.
They do that now.
Cool bike.
Thank you.
It's called a Mooncool.
Mooncool, yeah. I do bike reviews, and they send it to me, and I ride it and do the videos, right?
Oh, how fun!
Yeah.
I'd like to look at that.
This is a great great company right here. I love this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start riding it more and more.
Oh.
I mean, I usually come to Walgreens. I'll go to Walmart on it. You put a bunch of groceries on it.
What
I live
fun.
5 miles from here. Check out that red-tailed hawk right there, y'all. He's been sitting there the whole time I sat there. There he goes. We just run him off his roost. Okay, y'all. We're on our return home voyage. Ooh, look at them dark clouds down there towards the house. I hope I don't get in the rain. Yeah, it's not looking too good down that way. Gas is 260. There's your gas report for today. Yeah, the lady behind me, she come up there and was asking me about the trike, and I had my electronic business card. Somebody posted on one of my comments on one of my videos said, get you an electronic business card, and I did. And for some reason I deleted it or something or another, but anyway, I got it there at the house. So I got to put that back on my phone again. But she didn't have her phone, but she talked like she couldn't remember it. So, talking about forgetting things, I got to tell y'all this story. When Daddy and them raised up around the old place there where we stopped and looked at the horses, you know, that's our old place for you newcomers that don't know, new people that viewed my channel. That was where we was born and raised at. We lived there until I was 3 years old. Well, my daddy and them lived there a lot longer than that. My daddy was born in 1919, and he was born right there under them old live oaks. And but Daddy said they used to go to church over there at Cedar Grove Church there. You know, y'all know, pointed it out to you before. Daddy said they went many times to church over there. And they had to load the young'uns up on the wagon. They took a horse and a wagon, and that's how they got to church. What of them didn't walk? Sometimes they'd walk. And but Daddy said they went over there one time, and I believe it was Uncle Marvin, if my memory serves me, which it don't serve me well nowadays. But Daddy said that they went over there. They had, I guess, 13 kids. They had so many young'uns they couldn't keep up with them. But Daddy said they got back home on the horse and wagon. They went out there and unhitched the buggy and the wagon and put the horse up and all that, and said directly, Grandma come out on the porch there and said, Albert, we left Marvin at church. And they had put him down on the floor there under the pew. And when they went back over there, you know, they couldn't go in there and turn no lights on or nothing like that. They had coal oil lamps. But when they got back over there, Uncle Marvin was still laying under the pew asleep. Can you believe something like that? You better believe it, because it was true. Here comes old Billy Wayne. He got him a load of wood. So we just gonna cruise on back. We're in pedal assist 5. We still got plenty of battery. How you doing?
When you bike here, do you have a problem with the dogs at all?
Not through here, no. There ain't no dogs in here, no. Now you go up some of these little roads, you know, like up that road or whatever, you might, but not through here.
Yeah, because I was thinking of biking all the way to the main road, but I wasn't
No, you go ahead. You're good. That's over by where I live.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you ain't gonna have no problem. Well, I guess y'all heard that. That man was asking me if, I don't know where he lives at, but he wants to bike down through here and bike all the way back out to the main drag over there at Highway 607. He asked me if there's any dogs that would run you, and I said no. No, not to amount to anything. I mean, the only dogs I know of is there at the house, but they don't bother me. They'll bark, you know, but they ain't gonna bite you or nothing. Well, I'm glad he stopped. I mean, I might see him riding along sometime on the on his bike. Should have asked him what kind of bike he's got. He may not be an e-biker, he may be a road biker or something, I don't know. There goes the mailman. Yeah, can y'all imagine Daddy and them going off, and Grandpa and Grandma going off and leaving Uncle Marvin over to church. And all the lights is off. He's just a little feller, I guess. He's the little baby, I guess. You know, one thing I was sitting here looking at while I was riding, I'll tell you one thing you wouldn't want to do. You wouldn't want to get this outside right wheel off of that asphalt right there. That'd be kind of like getting the whole bike off, because it's going in that ditch. I tell you what, I hope y'all have enjoyed the ride. It's been a pleasant ride for me, even though it's not good blue sky video or making. But you know, y'all can see enough to see where we're going and all that. Yeah, y'all got any questions? No? Hey, hit that email. Put it down there in the screen there on the left-hand side. And yeah, send me an email. I'll try to answer you if I can. Y'all know the rest of it. Hey, if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe. Look over there and hit that like button and hit that bell all. And until we see y'all again out here on the road somewhere, hey, it's Rip One Outdoors. We out and rolling.